gentlemen.
African values and culture through arts and painting. Famous among these artists is Chief Mike Okundaye, who has gained international recognition through Adire, the tie and dye.
Good morning once again, our Honorable Minister, Our Excellencies, the Executive Governors here present, our Group Managing Director, Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, other invited special guests, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning and welcome to the live broadcast of the NNPC National Science Quiz Competition 2019. This is the grand finale. The competition has been ongoing all over the country, and today NNPC, in their resolve to live up to their most popular slogan of touching lives in so many positive ways, have become a unique selling point of the organization. And the NNPC has continues to expand its social responsibility safety net as a socially responsible organization. Today, competitors from all over the country, especially those who emerged the best of the best from the zones, will be trashing it out today here, and we'll have the national champions. As usual, it is a grand finale that involves all critical stakeholders, and NNPC has continued to continue to impact the lives of the people through this science competition that is bringing students from all over Nigeria. The quiz competition, which started in 2000 as a zonal, as a program for the Niger Delta, was nationally expanded in 2011, and today grand finale is going to produce yet another batch of distinguished Nigerians who will be moving forward to impact the nation for good. Let's join the hall as we keep you abreast of events as they continue to unfold here.
Mohammed, Your Excellency, you're very much welcome. We're still expecting some other governors who will join us as the program goes on. We'll also recognize them. We also have in our midst, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this morning, the representative of the governor of Borno State, Senator Abubakar Kyari. Let's give him a big warm. Distinguished, you're very much welcome to the NNPC TARS. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as I earlier announced, we'll try and keep this program very short. Within 2 hours, I'm sure we'll be out of here. But in NNPC, we place a very, very high premium on safety. My crave your indulgence, Your Excellency, seated distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to sit back and just watch a 3-minute safety clip to acquaint you with where you are and what you should do in times of emergency. Can we have the safety clip, please? Can we have the safety brief? Please, the audio visuals, we need volume on our safety brief. Can we have some volume on the brief? Thank you very much.
The restrooms are located outside the amphitheater. They are all clearly marked. The amphitheater is made up of 2 floors. The first floor and the gallery. There are 7 exits at the ground floor, while the upper floor have 6 exits. Each of the exits leads to the staircase. Should the alarm sound, you must exit this room without delay and calmly. The exit doors are all clearly marked. And once outside the amphitheater, proceed gently to the staircase. As you make your descent to the ground floor, you will go through 1 floor. As this building includes a mezzanine floor, ensure you hold the ground when making your descent. Please do not use the lift during an emergency, as it is unsafe to do so. Once outside the building, proceed to your designated muster point, where you will be further briefed. The physically challenged will be evacuated to the muster point by the safety warden. Should you require a first aid medical assistance, there is a clinic located at the ground floor of Tower A. Please remember to comply with the safety procedures. In NNPC, your safety is our highest priority. Thank you for your time. Have a very good meeting and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you very much for your attention. GMD, our invited guest. This quiz competition started yesterday. And yesterday, GMD, sir, a lot of us in this hall have hope in the future of Nigeria.
It can be done.
I don't know. We that are on this other side of the divide, we have hope in the future of Nigeria. Listening to these, our contestants answer intelligent questions yesterday. If you would join me this morning to put our hands together for the 18 contestants seated here. It has been no mean feat. It has been no mean feat. They went through chemistry, they went through physics, English, biology, mathematics, and GMD, sir, if we were all here yesterday, I'm sure everybody kept on clapping because a lot of us had forgotten the questions they asked them. I tried in my own way, sir, to answer 1 or 2 of the mathematics questions, but I did 1 over 10. Then I realized we have to go back to school to brush up ourselves. So, GMD, sir, before we invite our group managing director, sorry, our invited guest, our special guest of honor, just stepped out. So we would like him to come back before we invite the GMD to the podium. But permit me to recognize also this morning in our midst, the Executive Secretary, Petroleum Technology Development Fund, Malam Bello Gusso. Malam Bello Gusso, you're welcome. We also have in our midst the Senior Deputy Registrar, Test Development, West African Examination Council, Mrs. Frances Iweha Omuku. Ladies and gentlemen, join me welcome once again His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Bauchi State, who used to be our former landlord here in the FCT, sir. So it's good to have you here. Let's join me welcome distinguished Senator Bala Mohammed. You're welcome very much, sir. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, our Honorable Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, our father is also here in the house with us. Join me, welcome His Excellency Chief Timi Pre-Silva. It's an honor to have you here. It's an honor, sir, to have you here.
Sponsorship and advert placements. Contact us on NTA Knowledge.
We are all special. We are all special people in this hall. We recognize everybody. We can't take one after the other. But I say we are all special people in this hall. But let me recognize a special person in our midst. He's our special guest of honor this morning. I know you've given him a round of applause before, but I think you should join me once again in recognizing and welcoming warmly to the NNPC Towers Alhaji Aliko Dangote. If you clap better, you might grow like him. I'm sure the clap is getting louder now. Sir, let me also clap from this side. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Like I said earlier on, this program is just for 2 hours. I will run fast with this program. Permit me at this juncture to invite to the microphone our chief host and our group managing director of the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, Mr. Mele Kolo Kiari, to welcome us warmly and give his address. Let's welcome the group managing director of the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation.
Distinguished guest of honor, Alhaji Aliko Dangote, let me make a special appreciation. I call him chairman. He's actually supposed to be out of this country this moment. And I told him that it's important he comes here, and not just to honor invitation from NNPC, but because these children behind him and those seated here, I need to learn from his example, the example of endurance, persistence, and of course doing things right at the right time, which takes to delivery and to success. And everybody here wants to succeed, and we want our children to succeed. And I would like him to be here so that they will see the good example that he has laid for generations to come. So thank you very much. You are welcome, sir. And I would also like to appreciate His Excellency, Distinguished Senator Bala Muhammad. I know that as we speak now, the National Economic Council is going on. He's supposed to be at the National Economic Council, and very many other governors who are supposed to be here are all there. And I asked and we requested that you please honor these children and be here. We know that the National Economic Council meeting is very important, but we all know that getting these children to the next level, getting them to appreciate that there is power in doing things right, in being smart, in doing things at the right time, and they need this encouragement, the perseverance that takes people to delivery. It's an example that our governors can show them, and he agreed to be here. And thank you very much, sir. Also, my governor, Professor Obaoga Nazulum, a very good example for young people in this country. And of course, one of the outstanding governors that we have today, leading by example, doing things right, and also showing good example to young people. He couldn't be here, but he also said that he can't afford not to be here in person, but he'll be here also properly represented. And of course, we have distinguished Senator Abu Kiari, my brother and also my friend, and we're very honored to have you here. There is no better example of a substitution that reflects exactly what we're looking for than having the Senator Abu Kiari here with us. Thank you very much, sir. And of course, my minister, Chief Timipre Silva, the conqueror of the Niger Delta. I hope I won't land you into trouble saying this. Congratulations, first of all, His Excellency delivered Bayelsa, and we are proud to have him with us here. Of course, he's the host of this place, and His Excellency, we are very happy you are here to also grace this children's event, and of course, you're also another good example of getting things done correctly. My minister is also supposed to be away at the National Economic Council. He is here with us too. So thank you very much, and we appreciate this. And of course, Honorable Shaban, Honorable Nada, and I can see many, many people here that I will not expect to be here, but they know that this event is very important. They abandon their sittings in the National Assembly to be with us here. Not because the other one is less important, but because they know that particularly for for the honorable members, they are also example of young people getting things done quickly. And of course, we appreciate you. Thank you for coming here, for all the honorable members and the distinguished senators that are here with us, and all other heads of institutions with us here, particularly the ES of PTDF, who has been with us even before 10 o'clock. And we'd like to thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, it's really indeed an honor and privilege for me to speak to this very august occasion, the 19th grand final of the NNPC National Science Competition. This competition represents one aspect of the commitment, our commitment to promoting the study of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics related subjects in Nigeria. And to the distinguished participants, building a successful nation requires harnessing abundant resources through careful investment in capacity development and talent management. And we are just starting this process. These young kids are about to start life. They will soon graduate from the secondary schools and into the university. And as we promote them to recognize that doing things well, being smart, and being efficient, produces results, we think the participation in this program is very critical. And of course, NNPC as an enabler organization will continue to play a critical role in building our nation through investment in people and dedicated CSR initiatives to upscale Nigeria's intellectual assets. This we do in very many formats. This is one of them. We do other CSR activities, including building of schools where we can, and of course supporting other educational institutions through very many programs, fellowships, and other interventions that we do to make sure that we play our critical role as the enabler organization in this country. As we're all aware, ladies and gentlemen, securing Nigeria's right to play in the global square requires sound technology, education, and innovation. It is a common belief that no nation or individual can grow beyond his or her intellectual capacity. We simply can't give what we don't have. And that's why we're investing in these children, so that we can have what is required to build a great nation out of the over 200 million people, smart people that we all know that can do great things. I therefore challenge our young professionals to dedicate more effort and focus towards achieving excellence in your respective area of academic interest. As these children leave secondary school, we know that they'll do great things. We are looking forward to many, many more Dangotes in our midst, so that this prosperity can come to this country. Over the years, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, 47,628 students have participated in the annual quiz competition organized by the NNPC. Today, we are proud to say that many of the winners have become successful engineers, medical doctors, environmental scientists, and ICT professionals within and outside the country. And you will see some of them as this program progresses. Distinguished participants, as you make all of us proud today, it is our sincere hope and prayers that you will make Nigeria a great nation of profound excellence. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, we have no more further words than to thank all of us, our colleagues from the trade unions, Pengasan and Nupeng, who are here, I've seen them, and very many other distinguished guests who graced this occasion. We're very happy to have you here. It is important that we support these children so that they can excel, they can do better than all of us, so that one day we can say that we have one child here who is one scale above Dangote. Thank you very much.
Let's put hands together for our Group Managing Director of the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, Malam Mele Kulu Kiari. Thank you, JMD, for those kind words of encouragement. Invited guests, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, permit me to recognize the Chairman, House Committee on Petroleum Resources Upstream, Honorable Musa Sakin Ada. Honorable Musa Sakin Ada is here with us. Thank you, sir, for obliging us with your presence this morning. We also have in our midst the representative of the Permanent Secretary, the representative of the Abia State Governor, who is the Permanent Secretary, Abia State Liaison Office, Mrs. Florence Abuna.
This is the live broadcast of the National quiz competition of the NNPC 2019. And as you can see, the event has commenced proper with the Group Managing Director of NNPC, Malam Mele Kolukeri, giving a charge and urging the youths to take example from Nigeria's Africa's leading businessman, Aliko Dangote, and urging them to make sure we produce more of Dangote's from this same hall where we are gathered. A brief journey down the memory lane, the national quiz competition was introduced in the year 2000 with participants drawn exclusively from the Niger Delta region. However, in recognition of the strategic importance of this competition to the actualization of Nigeria's the development and technological growth, the competition, NMPC2, is corporate social responsibility, introduce it to a national dimension. And today, the national grand finale is one that has brought the best of the best from the states, from the zones. And at the end of it today, we will be able to see.
Chief TB Bray Silver.
I recognize the governor of Bauchi State and the governor of Kaduna State, who are just coming. The governor of Borno State is represented. I do not. Is a senator, distinguished senator of the Federal Republic. But whenever I encounter a Borno person and I don't know his name, I try to hazard a guess, and I know that if I say Kiare, I might be 80% correct. So Senator Kiare, I hope I'm correct. Oh, you see? My bosses, chairman of committees of the House of Representatives, the chairman of the committee, upstream committee is here, and the security committee, House of Representatives is also here. The GMD of the NNPC, a very astute administrator who is taking our national oil company to greater heights. The other person I want to recognize is somebody that is sometimes mentioned as a solution to the problems of Nigeria. I once went to my barber. I know barbers always know the solution to these problems of this country. Barbers, taxi drivers. He said, "Oga, look, this country, the solution to this problem of this country is very easy. The solution is to create at least 100 Dangotes, that's all." If we create 100 Dangotes and they all build their factories across the country, this country will become like London. Anyway. The ES, PTDF, and all other dignitaries here, let me just stand on existing protocols at this point. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, not least our young geniuses on whose behalf we are here today. Corporate organizations need to give back to communities. It is in their enlightened self-interest to do so. It gives companies the license to operate. In the oil and gas industry in particular, giving back to the communities is imperative to get the support of the local community and guarantee smooth exploration and production activities. I am pleased to be among this august gathering to witness leaders of tomorrow square up for academic excellence in this year's NMPC National Science Quiz Competition that has been on in close to 2 decades. Truth be told, this is a worthy initiative. It provides an opportunity to sharpen the target audience's intellect, get them socialized, and build some noble sense of nationalism in them. In future, this is the interesting memory they will refer to with nostalgia. I thank the NMPC for this initiative and for bringing innovation to it year in, year out. It is in this respect that I call on other agencies under the Federal Ministry of Petroleum Resources to emulate the ennobling initiatives of the NMPC to continually give to the communities in their areas of operations and Nigeria in general. Given the degradation of the environment usually occasioned by exploration and production activities in the oil and gas industries, oil and gas companies across the country are duty-bound to alleviate the impact of the exploitation on their respective communities. I note the various CSR activities being undertaken by many oil companies across the Niger Delta. My position, however, is that their respective efforts can never be too much in order to bring relief to the people. At this juncture, I wish to seize this opportunity to appreciate our young people taking part in today's quiz competition. This is a noble venture. The competition directs your minds away from negative things which are ruinous to youth. In this regard, I wish to encourage you to put in your very best to enable you to be a source of hope and happiness to your school and local community. Testimonies abound of how the initiative have impacted positively on your predecessors. I have no doubt that it will have similar impact on you too. Once again, I thank the NMPC for sustaining this initiative and for providing necessary tracking of the past winners to continually evaluate its relevance and improve on its status. I wish all of you who have traveled far and wide to grace the occasion journey mercies, even as I wish you a happy festive season in advance. I thank you all for your kind attention.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let's give a bigger round of applause to our own minister, His Excellency Chief Timmy Silva. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Thank you for those words of encouragement. While the minister was giving his address, a very important personality joined us here this morning. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, join me warmly welcome the Executive Governor of Kaduna State, in the person of Malam Nasiru El-Rufai. Are you people not happy to see Malam El-Rufai in our midst? Malam El-Rufai was also our landlord at the FCT, so we need to put another round of applause for him. Let's clap for him. Let's clap for him. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Excellency, for obliging us with your presence here this morning. We also have in our midst this morning the national president of NUPENG, a very important stakeholder in this our industry, Comrade Prince Akuhere. Let's welcome the national president of NUPENG. We also have in our midst this morning the representative of the governor of Benue State, in the person of Dr. Shima Ayati, who is the special advisor in intergovernmental affairs to his executive governor. Let's welcome him this morning. Sir, you're very much welcome to the NNPC Towers. They also have the representative of the Director General NTA, Abdul Hamid Dembos, who is the Executive Director of Marketing. Let's welcome our partners. They are also our partners. You can watch our oil and gas news on NTA. Thank you, and thank you once again. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure it's the moment we all have been waiting for, when an industrialist, a philanthropist will speak to us, a man who has dedicated time to healthcare and education in this country, and most of all, a very humble personality. Join me this morning, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as I welcome to the podium Alhaji Aliko Dangote, the president of Dangote Group.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Kaduna State, Malam Nasru El-Rufai. You can see that myself and my brother were competing for, to have who is going to have more gray hair. Your Excellency, Senator Bala Mohammed, Governor of Bauchi State. Your Excellency, the Governor of Borno State, ably represented by my brother Malan Abu Kari, the Deputy Governor of Taraba State, the representative of Benue State Governor, Your Excellency, Chief Timi Pre, Minister of State. You are the one person that I call Your Excellency and also Honorable. You are a Honorable Minister now. So Honorable Minister of State, Petroleum, Minister of Petroleum. The GMD, Malam Mele Kolo Kyari, who actually forced me to cancel my trip and be here with you. Sorry, our leaders here, distinguished senators, and honorable members of the House of Representatives that are here with us, other distinguished, other executives of Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation that are here with us, and I stand on the existing protocol so that I don't make mistakes. It is my profound pleasure and to grace this remarkable occasion today, as I crave your indulgence to join me in wishing the laureates who build to continue their change a brilliant day. This event is very significant as it is pitched against the background of the importance of education to nation building. It is undeniable that this is a golden moment, not just for the laureates, but all well-meaning witnesses here present also. I have the honor to corroborate the fact that since inception in 2000, the NNPC National Science Quiz Competition has groomed a fine set of next-generation scientists and leaders of thought in our dear country. Young men and women who are said to be at the vanguard of innovation and industrial growth. As the world moves ever increasingly into a period of fourth industrial revolution, we in emerging economies will need agile-minded scientists and technicians who can think outside the box in the quest to find solutions to our unique challenges. This agility of intellect is part of the skills that these young people before us have honed over the period of this competition, starting from the local government level earlier this year, through other stages, and culminating into a grand finale today. My dear students who are competing today, I encourage you to put in your best to make your schools, your local, your states, your local communities back home very, very proud. And we also are very, very proud of you. Competitions are intense, as there will always be only a limited number of winners. However, if you give it your best effort, be assured that you are the winner in every aspect, in every respect. I'm hopeful that the confidence in your abilities, which you have developed over time, will give you the needed boost to excel, not only in this competition, but in life generally. To the students, I urge you to be inspired, not only to meet the feats of intellectual excellence you are about to witness here today, but to surpass it. Remember, the future belongs to you all, so we expect quite a lot from you. To the rest of us watching either at home or here in this hall today, I invite you to give your unflinching support to these young ones today. Not only by your applauses as they take turns to answer correctly the questions posed to them, but more importantly by doing your utmost in all your space of influence to build a better future for these ones and other youth of our great nation, Nigeria. By engaging this youth in this important competition, I'm convinced that the NNPC is living up to its expectations, as they are fully committed to defining the noble path for well-being of future of our leaders. And I must commend the NNPC for this remarkable effort, while also encouraging them not to relent in this laudable initiative and others through which the cooperation impacts the public across the country. I must also thank the GMD of NNPC for making this possible. Not only you, I also want to thank the entire team of NNPC for making this great event. I thank you all for your kind attention, and I wish you a very, very wonderful event.
If I were seated on the other side without a microphone in my hand, I would have clapped louder and louder and louder. Thank you very much, sir. 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 Worthy example for us all to emulate. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, permit me to recognize the representative of the governor of Taraba State and the person of the deputy governor of Taraba State, His Excellency Alhaji Haruna Manu. His Excellency, you're very much welcome. The representative of the Honorable Minister of Education is also here, Mr. Omale Frank, who is the Director of Unity Schools. Mr. Frank Omale, you're welcome. GMD, sir, please permit me to take the next 2 seconds for us to put our hands together for the past winners. I'm sure a few of them are in the hall, 1 or 2. If you're there, can you stand up for recognition? Let's appreciate him. You don't know what he went through on this stage. Thank you very much. Before we go into the quiz proper, permit me to hand over this microphone to my group managing director. GMD, sir.
Sorry to break the protocol. I just needed to put on record that I also disrupted His Excellency Governor Nasser El-Rufai's trip. He's supposed to be out of this country this moment, and I insisted that he must be here. And thank you very much. Thank you very much. I just wanted to put on the record that it is my disruption. Thank you.
Our very humble group managing director, very humble GMD. Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please we'll take a short 5-minute documentary to acquaint you with what NNPC has been doing in respect to CSRO, and you hear from some past leaders, you hear from some past winners of this competition. Please let me crave your indulgence. It won't be long, it won't be boring, I can assure you. Let's just have a short documentary, please. Are the audiovisuals ready? Give us a short documentary, please. Thank you.
The Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation NNPC National Science Quiz Competition is the flagship corporate social responsibility program of the corporation, and it commenced in 2000 for just the Niger Delta but went national in 2001. Over the years, the corporation's flagship quiz competition has produced a lot of professionals across various science-inclined fields of human endeavors across the globe. Indeed, the NNPC has touched the lives of these high flyers by shaping their destinies to impact humanity positively. For 2 former heads of state, the NNPC National Science Quiz Competition does not only promote the study of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics (STEM), the competition is serving as a platform to promote the unity of Nigeria.
I'm particularly delighted that the quiz competition is an all-encompassing event. It is gratifying that the competition, through its various stages, has succeeded in bringing together the next generation of innovators.
The essential philosophy of this national service quiz competition is rooted on the desire to ensure that the production line of highly skilled labor remains intact.
Some state governors who attended the 17th edition of the quiz competition have this to say about the noble CSR activity of the NNPC.
Testimony of those who have been before, and judging by their achievement, individual and collective, it shows that cumulatively over the years the process has really been integrity driven, because everyone is an achiever.
We need to encourage our youths. We need to sort of give them hope. They are the leaders of tomorrow, and by such doing, we'll propel them, make them to excel.
A former House of Representatives member, Honorable Joseph Akinlaja, who was visibly impressed by the efforts of the NNPC to promote the study of sciences, urged the corporation to sustain the legacy for the good of the upcoming generations.
You could see, tracking the program from inception, it has produced engineers, for example, that was involved in building the largest FIFSO, that produced doctors, that produced high-class engineers that can hold its own all over anywhere in the world.
Some of the high flyers comment on how the scholarship program provided by the NNPC through the National Science Quiz Competition paid their tuition fees, bought their books and boosted their confidence to face the daily academic challenge in high school.
Winning the competition, there was the obvious monetary benefits and the scholarship, per year throughout my university education. But much more than that financial benefits was the, benefit that came with the aura of winning the competition. I remember back then I was probably just, 15 or 16 years of age, and it was a big thing because I was celebrated, in my secondary school. It was announced on the media. I got to travel to states I'd never been to in Nigeria.
Financially, there was the NNPC scholarship, which afforded me the opportunity to be able to pay for books and personal effects while I was in university.
Financially, I did receive the NNPC scholarship as well, which was given to me as part of my university education.
It's really helped a lot because then the funding for the 5 years helped both pay for tuition and upkeep in school. So we're really excited getting that.
The first thing, it exposed me to issue of nationality, a nation called Nigeria. Previously, when I was in secondary school, yes, I know about Nigeria, but I only know Nigeria through the spectacle of Kano. But when I went there, I saw people from other states, people that we built a long-term relationship, people that we are still in contact. I fell in love when I went for the competition. So I met a girl from Edo, and we are still in contact, although it didn't materialize. But that taught us a lesson that this kind of national things can bridge gaps. Because a typical Hausa boy from Kano falling in love with a girl from Edo, that's really inspiring.
They've really touched so many people's lives in positive ways from different regions, different zones of the country.
They really touched my life in many positive ways. They gave me that hope. I grabbed it, and the experience I had, the kind of challenge I was put through in that oral finale was something that built me and made me to know that there is nothing I cannot do except I don't set my mind on it.
Being part of the competition helped me see myself in a different light. I'm now bolder, able to take more risks. Like I think, okay, if you go for something, you can actually get it.
NNPC did a really amazing job. It goes a long way to show that they are very much interested in not just education, but in excellence too.
It's cut across every geopolitical zone in Nigeria. It's not partial, it's not biased, it does not discriminate. Once you are able to perform, you are awarded the scholarship.
I would like to be part of NNPC and continue to be with them for life, and I will wish NNPC grace to their elbow.
There was a lot of confidence and moral boost in winning that competition, because you start looking at other exams and other competitions with an easier outlook that if you can go for it, you can win.
It shows that that's actually a corporation that has the interest of the young people in this country at heart, and that I think is very commendable.
Okay, I would like to say a big thank you to NNPC for the opportunity they created by organizing such a quiz competition, and then for the scholarship and other benefits that came with it. So I also want to encourage them to continue.
After the competition, I came to realize that I didn't need to allow other people to define who I was. That if I set a goal with determination, perseverance, sacrifice, I can achieve it.
NNPC is doing a great job. They have shown that they have the interest and commitment not only in their primary duties but also in building the community around them.
When the NNPC says we touch your lives in many positive ways, it is living up to that and its reputation as a corporation that aims to promote academic excellence among secondary school students in Nigeria.
I'll borrow this quote by Guy de Chuliak. He said that we are better because we stand on the shoulders of giants. NNPC already is a giant, and I'm one that leads by example, and I'm proud to be standing on a platform which they made possible.
The Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, has indeed touched the lives of Nigerians in many positive ways, not only in ensuring energy security, but also in ensuring intellectual security for the energy sector and for the entire spectrum of the Nigerian society.
I'm proud to be a member of that giant. Please, can we put hands together for the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, the NNPC. Thank you very much. We touch your life in so many positive ways. Before we go into the quiz proper, Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, permit me to recognize the representative of the Akwa Ibom State Governor. He is the Secretary to the State Government, Dr. Emmanuel Ekuwem. Dr. Ekuwem, you're welcome. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the NNPC is not in the habit of doing what is not excellent. The NNPC is also not saddled with the responsibility of setting questions for test. We are saddled with the responsibility for exploring for crude oil and natural resources. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me invite at this stage to the microphone the Senior Deputy Registrar, Test Development of the West African Examination Council, Mrs. Iwea Onuku Frances. Let's welcome her warmly. She's from WAEC, and they are the ones saddled with the responsibility to set the test. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you very much, MC. The special guest of honor, Alhaji Aliko Dangote, the Group Managing Director, NNPC, Malam Kyari, the Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Chief Silva, Your Excellencies, Executive Governors here present, and their distinguished representatives. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, kindly permit me to uphold the already established protocol. I want to also acknowledge the fact that the West African Examinations Council is also proud and honored to be associated with this giant called NNPC. And we can only congratulate you for the excellence you have emphasized in the educational sector in this country, and wish you to keep it up. And for our children, our wonderful children who have proved themselves exceptional to get to this point, we can only wish you well, and wish that the best of you will win, even though you are all winners in your individual capacities. And to the business of the day, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I have with me a sealed envelope which contains the keys to what we call our security bag. In other words, it's not only CBN that has security bag. We all have ours in the West African Exams Council, and the keys have been with me, while the bag has been with my colleague, just to ensure transparency. With your kind permission, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I will open the envelope to bring out the keys to the bag. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this is the content of the bag. And with your kind permission, sir, I would want to invite 2 volunteers of our contestants. Kindly come down quickly, 2 of you, to inspect the box and confirm that the box is intact. If it has been tampered with, you kindly let us know quickly. Can we have 2 of our contestants volunteer to do that quickly? One from this side too. Just look at the box and let us know. Are you shy? You can't be shy. You're already a winner. What's your confirmation?
The box is perfectly sealed.
Thank you very much. Please examine the box too.
It is sealed.
Thank you very much. So now we have confirmed that the box has not been tampered with. We'll quickly open it. We still have a sealed envelope inside the box. Please open. At this juncture, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, may I respectfully invite the Group Managing Director, NNPC, to hand over the security items prepared by the West African Exams Council for the 2019 finale of the NNPC Science Quiz Competition. Your presence, sir. Thank you. On behalf of the Head of National Office, West African Exams Council, I hand over the security items prepared for the grand finale of the 2019 Science Quiz Competition organized by the Nigeria National Petroleum Corporation to the Group Managing Director, NNPC. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. It's also a declaration of our insistence on doing things transparently, honestly, and to be accountable to all of us here. And for these children, what this means is that, do your best. Only your exceptional work can take you to success. And that's the point we're making. Thank you very much.
Hand over to the Quizmaster.
Where's the Quizmaster?
Who's master?
So I also take this privilege to hand over the materials, the electronic materials, to Mr. Olewale, the Quizmaster. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, our Group Managing Director. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we are going into a critical part of this program, which is the quiz proper. Please, ladies and gentlemen, the contestants need to concentrate. So I crave your indulgence if you can put your phone, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, our phones on silent mode so that we give them maximum concentration. Thank you very much. Alhaji Abdullahi Gaya is in the House, Chairman House Committee downstream. We also welcome warmly, it's my friend and brother also, Honorable Nicholas Mutu, Chairman of House Committee on Gas Resources. Honorable Mutu, you are very welcome. Quizmaster, please.
Good morning, all. You are welcome to the grand finale 2019 NNPC National Science Quiz Competition. Yesterday, we treated biology, chemistry, mathematics, and physics. However, we were able to go this far by way of taking 3 rounds on biology, English language, and physics. We suspended the last round of chemistry, mathematics. Today, we are going to quiz the last round of chemistry, that of mathematics, and of course, the NNPC general knowledge. There shall be 3 rounds of questions in chemistry, maths, and NNPC general knowledge, all the O. Each round has questions numbering 1 to 20. You are at liberty to pick from any of the available options. Each question has 4 options, lettered A, B, C, and D. You are to pick only one option as your correct answer. And by this, I mean there shall be no second chance. Time allowed for answering questions on chemistry and mathematics is 20 seconds. Please be reminded again, you have just 20 seconds to provide your answer on chemistry and mathematics. While the question on general knowledge will be given just 15 seconds. Each correctly answered question will attract 5 marks. There shall be no bonus marks. The decision of Quizmaster is final. I wish you all best of luck. Please let's give them a round of applause. We are having 18 states altogether. By my left, we have 9. By my right, 9. The states are, in alphabetical order, Abia, Akwa Ibom, Bauchi, Bayelsa, Benue, Borno, Ebonyi, Edo, FCT, Imo, Kaduna, Kebbi, Kogi, Lagos, Ogun, Osun, Sokoto, and Taraba. This shows clearly the degree of transparency of NNPC. The reason being that each geopolitical zone has 3 states. Imagine. Please let's give them a round of applause. Now we are going straight to the quiz proper. The way it is, I will be alternating from my left to the right. And I will have to swing again from right back to left. We are starting with chemistry. Abia, pick your first question on chemistry. Abia State. Are we all online? Good. Abia, pick your first question on chemistry.
Number 5.
Question number 5. Which of the following experimental procedures can be classified as qualitative analysis? A, determination of neutralization point. B, determination of the solubility of a compound. C, determination of the percentage purity of a substance. D, detection of the ions present in a given solution.
C.
I'm afraid your option is wrong. The correct answer is D, option D. Sorry about that. Next is Akwa Ibom.
Question 2.
Question number 2. Which of the following ions forms white gelatinous precipitate with sodium hydroxide solution? A, copper ion. B, ion. C, ion 3 plus. D, zinc ion.
Option D, zinc ion.
That's correct. Perfectly correct. Round of applause to Akwa Ibom State. Next is Bauchi State.
Question 3.
Question number 3. How many molecules of ethene polymerize to form one molecule of benzene? A, 2. B, 3. C, 4. D, 6.
B, 3.
Perfectly correct. Round of applause to Bauchi State. Next is Bayelsa State.
Question 4.
Question number
4.
4. The formula of the chloride of a metal M with atomic number 20 is A, M2Cl, B, MCl, C, MCl2, D, M2Cl3.
C,
MCL2.
You are perfectly correct. Round of applause to Bayelsa. Next is Benue State.
Question 10.
Question number 10. Which of the following compounds would dissolve in water to give a solution whose pH is less than 7? Now the options. A, NaOH. B, KNO3. C, H3PO4. D, NH3.
B, KNO3.
Wrong. The correct answer is H3PO4. The level of acidity.
Can I contest that question later?
It's not. The level of acidity shifts to the left from 7 towards 1, isn't it? You should have considered that. Look at the number of hydrogen atoms present. So it's H3PO4. Please, round of applause to WAEC. Next is Borno State.
Question 7.
Question number 7. A mixture of kerosene and diesel oil can be separated by A, crystallization, B, distillation, C, precipitation, D, sublimation.
B, distillation.
You are perfectly correct. Round of applause to Borno State. Next is Ebonyi State.
Number 1.
Question number 1. Hydrogen behaves like a halogen in its, now the options. A, binary compound. B, halides. C, hydrides. D, halides and hydrides.
C, hydrides.
You are very good. That's correct. That's correct. Next is Edo State.
Number 12.
Question number 12. Calculate the quantity of electricity that will be passed when a current of 0.4 amp flows through an electrolytic cell for 1 hour 20 minutes. With the following options: A, 4,800 coulombs. B, 3,840 coulombs. C, 1,920 coulombs. D, 32 coulombs.
D, 32 coulombs.
Incorrect. The correct option is C, 1,920 coulombs. Sorry, you will have converted 1 hour 20 minutes to seconds. Sorry about that. Next is FCT.
Number 11.
Question number 11. When concentrated H2SO4 is added to NaCl solid, the gas evolved. Now the options: A, liberates CO2 with CaCO3. B, forms a white precipitate with AgNO3 aqueous. C, forms a white precipitate with BaCl2 aqueous. D, turns most red litmus paper blue.
B, forms a white precipitate with AgNO3.
You are good. That's correct. That's correct. Next is Imo State.
Number 18.
Pardon?
18.
18. Imo State is going for question number 18. What is the characteristic of the gas liberated when dilute hydrochloric acid is added to iron 2 sulfide? Options: A, turns lime water milky. B, decolorizes bromine water. C, gives a pop sand. D, turns red 2 ethanoic paper black.
D.
D. That's correct. That's correct. That's correct. Next is Kaduna State.
Question 9.
Question number 9. The separation of a mixture of petrol and water is most easily carried out using the difference in their, now the options: A, boiling points. B, densities. C, physical states. D, solubilities.
B, densities.
You are very good. That's correct. Next is Kogi State.
13.
13. Question number 13. Which of the following substances is not a sugar? A. Cellulose. B. Glucose. C. Maltose. D. Sucrose.
B. Glucose.
Sorry about that. Glucose is a monosaccharide. It's even the first class sugar. Sorry, don't worry, there's still hope. You didn't get it. The correct answer is cellulose. Cellulose. Sorry about that. Next is Kogi State. Kogi, your question.
Question number 6.
Question number 6. A metal was warmed with dilute hydrochloric acid. Hydrogen was given off and a pale green solution was formed. The metal is, now the options: A. Aluminium. B. Calcium. C. Copper. D. Iron.
D. Iron.
You are correct. You are correct. Next, Lagos.
Question 8.
Question number 8. A dry Leclanche cell manganese oxide acts as A. A reducing agent. B. Binding agent. C. Catalyst. D. Depolarizer.
D. Depolarizer.
You are very correct. That's good. Next, Ogun State.
Question number 14.
Question number 14. What is the most probable oxidation number of an element with atomic number 9? Now the options: A. +5, B. +1, C. -1, D. -7.
C. -1.
You are very correct. Round of applause to him. Next is Ogun State.
Oshun. It's Oshun.
Pardon? Oshun. Oshun is the next. Okay, Ogun State is the last one. Oshun, pick your question, please.
16.
Question number 16. A compound has an empirical formula CHO2 and molecular mass of 90. What is the molecular formula of the compound? Given oxygen to have 16, carbon 12, and hydrogen 1. With the following options: A. C2H2O4, B. C4H10O2, C. C3H6O3, D. C3H22O2.
A.
You are correct. You are correct. Next is Sokoto State.
17.
Pardon?
17.
17. Question number 17. Which of the following elements is liquid at room temperature? A. Nitrogen. B. Chlorine. C. Bromine. D. Oxygen.
C. Bromine.
You are correct. You are correct. Round of applause to Sokoto State. Taraba, pick your question.
Number 20.
Pardon?
Number 20.
20. 20. In a mixture of gases which do not react chemically together, the pressure of the individual gas is?
D. Partial pressure.
Please, she's just into fantastic. Give her a round of applause. Thank you. She's trying to save our time. She's aware our big dignitaries will be traveling very soon. Now, to the students' audience, it has come to my observation that you whisper. Please, I want to appeal to you. Do us a favor by not whispering. Don't be too emotional. If a question is read out and you have the answer to it, kindly keep the answer to yourselves. Thank you so much. Thank you. It will bring clamor to what we are doing. Thank you. Now we move to mathematics. Taraba State, pick
Number
your
3.
question on mathematics.
Number 3.
3. Question number 3. In 1981, the population of a secondary school increased by 25% compared to that of 1980. In 1982, the population increased by 20%, and in 1983, it increased by 25%. If the population of the school in 1983 was 1,125, find the school's population in 1980. Options: A, 450, B, 500, C, 550, D, 600.
A, 450.
Did you check it properly? Sorry about that. It's incorrect. If you check it properly, the correct answer is D, 600. Sorry about that, Taraba. Sokoto, your question? 1. Sokoto State is going for question number 1. Simplify. 2 1/3 plus 1 7/8 divided by 1 1/4 minus 3 divided by, then open bracket, 3/4 multiplied by 1.5 bracket closed. Now the options. A, minus 1 1/6. B, minus 7/10. C, 7/10. D, 1/6.
C.
Sorry. It's like I heard C. What a tragedy. Wrong answer at the wrong time. Now, what we do, the correct option is D, 1/6. Sorry you didn't get it. There's hope. Osho, pick your question.
Question 5.
Question number 5. Evaluate sin 30 degrees plus cos 45 degrees all over tan 60 degrees minus tan 30 degrees, leaving your answer in short form. Now the options. A, √3 plus √6 all over 4. B, minus √3 plus √6 all over 4. C, √3 minus √6 all over 4. D, minus √3 minus √6 all over 4.
A.
Oh God, I'm giving you. You said it at the nick of the time. You are fantastic. It's correct. It's correct. You are correct. Next is Ogun State.
Question number 10.
Question number 10. Given that x plus 9/x is equal to 6, find the value of x squared plus 9/x squared with the following
D10
options. Wow. This the brain is supercomputer. It's very correct. That's good. There's hope for this country. Yes. Lagos, your question.
Question 8.
Question number 8. The ages of 3 friends, Garba, Kunle, and Sahid, are in the ratio 2 to 3 to 5. In 10 years' time, the sum of their ages will be 2.5 times the sum of their ages now. Find the present age of Kunle. Options: A, 3 years, B, 6 years, C, 9 years, D, 12 years.
B, 6 years.
You are very good. That's correct. That's very good. Next is Kogi State.
Question number 6.
Question number 6. The area of a circle is 154 centimeters squared. It is divided into 3 sectors, such that 2 of the 3 sectors are equal, and the third sector is 3 times the sum of the other 2 sectors. Find the perimeter of one of the equal sectors, taking pi to be 22/7. With the following options: A, 19 whole number 1/4 centimeters, B, 19.5 centimeters, C, 33 centimeters, D, 36 centimeters.
B.
A.
B.
I heard A.
I said B.
Okay, I'm giving it to you. It's correct. Yeah, you have a witness by your side. Thank you. Next is Kebbi State.
17.
Question number 17. A carpenter made a tool with a rectangular top of dimension 24 centimeters by 32 centimeters, while the other stipulates a dimension of 25 centimeters by 30 centimeters. Calculate the percentage error of the area of the top. With the following options: pardon? A, 1.2%, B, 2.4%, C, 3.6%, D, 4.8%.
B.
B. That's good. You are fantastic. That's good. Correct. Next is Kaduna State.
Question 11.
Question number 11. Given that x plus 1 over x minus 2 is equal to 4, find the value of into bracket x minus 2 bracket squared plus 1 over into bracket x minus 2 bracket then squared. With the following options: A, minus 2, B, 0, C, 2, D, 4.
C, 2.
You are just too good. Next is Imo State.
Number 18.
Question number
18.
18. The coordinates of points P and Q are 0, 0, that's for P, and 4, 0 for Q, respectively. Calculate the distance from point R with coordinate 2, 5 to the midpoint of line PQ. With the options: A, root 5 units, B, 2.5 units, C, root 10 units, D, 5 units.
D, 5 units.
This is wonderful. You are correct. Next is FCT.
Number 19.
19. Given that T in a matrix, row by column, that is row by column of 3, 4 minus 2, 7, find T squared. Options: A, 140, then 8 and 41. B, 140, then minus 20, 41. C, 916, then 4 and 49. D, 1740, minus 20 and 41. B. Excellent. 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 Next is Edo State.
16.
16. Question number 16. In triangle PQR, S and T are points on sides line PR and line PQ, respectively. If angle PQR is equal to angle PST, such that line PT is equal to 5 centimeters and line PS is 3 centimeters. Also, we have line TQ being 3 centimeters. Find line SR. Options: A, 5 centimeters, B, 6 centimeters, C, 10 1/3 centimeters, D, 13 2/3 centimeters.
A, 5 centimeters.
Did you actually work it out? There was an error somewhere. Sorry you didn't get it. The correct answer is C, 10 1/3 centimeters. Sorry about that. You didn't consider the other side. Now we move to Ebonyi State.
7.
Question number 7. In triangle PQR, O is a point on line QR such that line QO is equal to line OR. Line OT is perpendicular to line PQ. Line OS is also perpendicular to line PR. And line PQ is equal to line PR. If angle QOT is equal to 30 degrees, find the size of angle POS. Options: A, 30 degrees, B, 60 degrees, C, 90 degrees, D, 120 degrees.
B.
B. That's correct. That's correct. That's correct. Next is Borno State.
Question 15.
Pardon?
15.
15. Question number 15. A pole of height h meters is broken by a storm, but not completely cut off, in such a way that its top touches the ground at a horizontal distance of x meters from the foot. Find an expression for the height at which the pole is broken, such that h is greater than x. Now the options: A, h squared minus s squared over 2h meters. B, 2h squared plus s squared all over 2h meters. C, 2h squared plus s squared all over 4h meters. D, h squared minus s squared all over 4h meters. B. Sorry, you made a mistake somewhere. It's incorrect. The correct answer is A. You know, h squared minus s squared all over 2h meters is the answer. Sorry about that. Next is Benue State.
Question 2.
2. Question number 2. If the mean of x and 1 over x is p, find an expression for the mean of x squared and 1 over x squared with the following options: A, 2p squared plus 1, B, p squared plus 1, C, 2p squared minus 1, D, p squared minus 1. Oh, sorry about that. Did you arrive at any answer in the course of
C?
C. Is that what you arrived at?
I didn't finish it.
Oh, you didn't finish it. Sorry. The correct answer is C, option C. 2p squared minus 1. Sorry about that. But it's like I heard you say C, but eventually you said you couldn't finish. Bayelsa State, your question.
Question 4.
Question number 4. A chord PQ of a circle center O and radius 3.5 centimeters subtends an angle of 90 degrees at the center of the circle. Calculate the ratio of the area of the major segment to the area of the minor segment, taking pi to be 22/7. Options: A, ratio 12:5, B, ratio 10:1, C, ratio 5:2, D, ratio 4:1.
A, ratio 12:5.
Did you check it out? Because it's incorrect. The correct option is B, ratio 10:1. Ratio 10:1. Sorry about that, Bayelsa. Bauchi, pick your question.
Question 14.
12?
14.
14, all right. Given that x is equal to root 3 plus 1 over root 3, and y is equal to root 3 minus 1 over root 3, evaluate x squared over y, then plus y squared over x, with the following options: A, root 3, B, 2 root 3, C, 3 root 3, D, 16 root 3.
B.
Oh, look at it. Oh God. Sorry, I know you are very good, but you didn't check the other side. Look at y squared over x. The correct option is C. It's 3 root 3. You went for 2 root 3. You saw it? Sorry. Oh God. Sorry. I know you didn't consider the other side. Please give him a round of applause. He made a very good attempt. Next is Akwa Ibom State.
Question 12.
Question number 12. In a geometric progression, GP, the sum of the first and last terms is 66, and the product of the second and n minus 1 term is 128. Calculate the possible values of the first term. A, 64, B, 32, C, either 2 or 64, D, either 2 or 32.
Option C.
You are just fantastic. That's correct. Abia, your question.
Number 20.
20. Two die are thrown together. What is the probability of getting either a multiple of 2 or a multiple of 3 in the sum of numbers? Now the options. A, 1 over 6. B, 5 over 18. C, 17 over 36. D, 2 over 3. D. Reluctantly? You guess? Yeah. And you are lucky. That's correct. We move to the last part of it. That is NMPC General Knowledge. NMPC General Knowledge. is 15 seconds. You have just 15 seconds to provide your answer. Now, Abia, pick your question on NPC general knowledge.
Number 2.
Question number 2. A solution proffered by the government to curb the Niger Delta crisis was to, now the options: A, provide educational sponsorship for all students of the region; B, establish a Ministry of Niger Delta to aid development of the oil-producing region; C, grant 50% resource control rights to the region; D, establish poverty alleviation hubs in the region.
B.
You are correct. That's all. Next is Akwa Ibom State.
Question 5.
Question number 5. Which of the following activities is under the upstream sector? A, gas production; B, product distribution; C, crude oil marketing; D, pipeline maintenance.
Option D.
B, as
pipeline maintenance.
Wow, it's not their business. Upstream sector is charged with responsibility of gas production. A is the correct option. Sorry about that, Akwa Ibom. Next is Bauchi State.
Question 7.
7. The provision of operation and maintenance, the one they call O&M, services on rigs, FPSOS, is the function of A, NMPC Properties Limited; B, Warri Refinery and Petrochemical Company; C, Oil Field Services Limited; D, the Nigerian Gas Company Limited.
C.
You are correct. You are correct. Simple and short. That's correct. Next is Bayelsa State.
Question 4.
Question number 4. Shipping and marine logistics operations can be classified under A, downstream sector; B, gas and power; C, refining and distribution; D, upstream sector.
A, downstream sector.
You are too good. That's correct. Anyway, I'm not surprised you are in Bayelsa. Next is Benue State.
Question 15.
Question number 15. Which of the following countries is partnering with the NNPC in the Ajaokuta-Kaduna-Kano gas pipeline project? A, Canada; B, China; C, Germany; D, Saudi Arabia.
B, China.
You are just okay. You are very, very correct. That's correct. Next is Borno.
Question 3.
Question number 3, courtesy of Borno State. A major function of the Nigerian Petroleum Development Company Limited is A, maintenance of offshore oil rigs; B, maintenance of pipelines from oil rigs to refineries; C, implementation of the legal framework in the oil industry; D, crude oil exploration and production activities. Pardon, I can hear something. And what is that?
D.
D, and that's correct. Next is Ebonyi.
9.
9. A renewable energy that is generated from radioactive decay and continuous heat loss from the Hertz formation is A, biomass energy; B, geothermal energy; C, hydroelectric energy; D, hydrogen energy.
B, geothermal energy.
You are correct. You are correct. Geothermal. Next is Edo State.
8.
8. Question number 8. major challenge facing the Petroleum Products Marketing Company, PPMC, is A, vandalization of their facilities, B, high cost of refining crude in Nigeria, C, subsidy on imported products, D, inadequate trained personnel.
A.
A, that's correct. That's correct. Now the FCT.
Number 1.
Question number 1. The 19th Group Managing Director of the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, is A, Dr. Mekanti Baru, B, Mr. Ibe Kachuku, C, Mr. Mele Kiari, D, Mr. Andrew Yakubu.
C.
C. I think you need a big round of applause. It shows how current you are, and it's a very technical question. It didn't say who is the current, they now say the 19th Group Managing Director. It's a very good question. Next is Imo.
Number 18.
18. How many commercial entities were created from the restructuring of the Nigerian Gas Company in 2016? A, 4, B, 3, C, 2, D, 1.
A4.
A4. I'm sure you just guessed. You are not quite sure. It's incorrect. The correct answer is B3. B3. Kaduna State, your question?
11.
11? The NNPC Research and Development Division, that's R&D, was set up in 1977 to, now the options: A, diversify the Nigerian economy; B, market Nigeria's natural gas and crude oil abroad; C, provide oil field services and logistics; D, solve the operational and technical problems of the oil and gas industry.
B.
Why did you go for B? Because the name says research and development. It's all about solving problems. It's a common knowledge. The option D is correct, but you went for the wrong option, B. Sorry about that, Kaduna. Kebi, pick your question.
10.
10. The Nigerian Gas Company, NGC Limited, was established to, now the options: A, regulate the activities of oil marketers; B, to stop pipeline vandalism; C, maintain Nigeria's natural gas equipment, that is natural gas equipment rather; D, transmit and market Nigeria's natural gas.
D.
D, correct. Correct. Kogi.
Question number 6.
Question number 6. Which part of Nigeria is the Chad Basin located? A, North Central; B, Southeast; C, Southwest; D, Northeast.
C.
I am very sad. Do you know why I'm sad? At least, even if you don't want to hear the name basin, the word Chad should tell you, look at the boundary with Borno, and you went for the wrong option, Southwest. The correct option, of course, is what? D, Northeast. Ah, sorry about that. Anyway, maybe because you're under tension, don't worry. Next is Imo. Lagos. Okay, I'm coming this way. Sorry about that. Now, Lagos, your question.
Question 12.
Question number 12. The maximum crude oil production capacity of the NNPC per day is?
B, 2.5 million barrels.
Please, Once again, let's give him a round of applause. He's correct. Thank you. I know you are fully charged. You are loaded. That's good of you. Next is Ogun State.
Question number 13.
13. Question number 13. In what month and year was the National Petroleum Policy approved by the Federal Executive Council? A. August 2018. B. July 2017. C. May 2016. D. June 2015.
B. July 2017.
B. And you are correct. You are correct. Thank you, sir. Next is Oshun.
Question 14.
Oshun is going for question number 14. Which of the following licenses confer exclusive rights of surface and subsurface exploration? A. Oil mining license. B. Oil exploration license. C. Oil prospecting license. D. Offshore innovative license.
D.
Why D? Offshore. That's limited to offshore. It can be onshore, it could be offshore. The correct option is C. Sorry you didn't get it. The correct option is C. Oil prospecting license. Sorry about that, Oshun. Sokoto, your question?
22.
Pardon?
22.
12.
22. 22.
22 is out of range.
Oh, 20.
You know, it said 1 to 20. So 20. Please pick 1 to 20.
20.
20, all right. To provide technical, managerial, executive training and consultancy services for oil, gas and energy sector in Nigeria and beyond is the mandate of, now the options: A, NNPC Oil Field Services; B, NNPC Research and Development; C, NNPC Engineering and Technology Division; D, NNPC Leadership Academy.
B.
Pardon?
B.
B. Incorrect. The correct option is D. You know, the consonant sound of B and D go together. So you are wrong with B, as in basket. The correct option is D. D. Sorry about that. Next is, and of course, the last
17.
question will be picked by Taraba.
17.
17. A core value of the NNPC is A, loyalty and accountability; B, commitment to innovation and excellence; C, respect for the individual; D, building strong communities.
B.
Pardon?
B.
Yeah, they said core is one of, but the core, the main thing, is option C. That is correct. That is respect for the individual. Respect for the individual. Sorry about that. Please give them all a round of applause. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of the quiz while we wait for the processing of the results in due course. Thank you. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, while we wait for the results, the group HSC has advised us that it's wise we take 1 minute to stretch, considering we are on this other side of the divide. We don't need to go anywhere, please, ladies and gentlemen, Excellency. Let me give you indulgence. Just where you are, you can stand and just move your body for 1 minute before we sit down. At that time, the results will be ready. Thank you very much as you do so.
Thank you, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. The competition is not yet over. The competition is not yet over. We have a tie. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, may we please take our seats? We have a tie. The competition is not yet over. We will have time for banters and pleasantries very soon. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me crave the indulgence of all of us in this hall that we have a tie break. We have a tie. And we need to break our tie. Quizmaster, please. Quizmaster, please.
Yes, I'm alive. Yes, we need to break the tie.
Quizmaster, 1 minute. Let's allow the next 10 seconds for everybody to take their seats.
The Spirit of God told me this.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. As we take our seats, we have a tie. I will hand over the program back to the Quizmaster. Quizmaster, please.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we need to break the ties. The ties between Abia and Ebonyi. We are going to use mathematics to break the tie. And to the two states, Abia and Ebonyi, we are going to use mathematics.
Please, can we please sit down, please? Please, can we sit down, please? Please, can we sit down, please? So that we can get done with this. We're almost there. Please, can we sit down, please? Thank you.
We have questions numbering 1 to 7 to break the tie. Now it extends to even 10. You're having 10 questions on mathematics. The rule is this. If you get yours, the first state that gets, fine. The second state gets, fine. We now move to physics, which is another subject. If it happens the same way, we'll now go offline. Thank you. Now, I call on Abia to pick his question on breaking of the tie. Abia State, your question.
Number 5.
Question number 5. The average score of a class in physics test is X, and the ratio of boys to girls in the class is 3:1. If the average score of the boys is X plus 1, find an expression in terms of X for the average score of the girls. Now the options. A, X minus 3. B, X minus 1. C, X plus 1. D, X plus 3. B, wrong. Sorry about that. Ebony, pick your question on mathematics. The correct option is A, X minus 3. Ebony, pick your question on mathematics.
Number 9.
Question number 9. A bag contains 15 identical pens, of which 3 are green, 5 are red, and the rest blue. If 2 pens are selected at random from the bag without replacement, find the probability that they are of the same color. Options. A, 166 over 225. B, 68 over 105. C, 34 over 105. D, 83 over 225.
B.
B, wrong. Now we move to physics. We move to physics. We move to physics. Tie breaking. You are having questions numbering 1 to 7. you are at liberty to pick from any of the available options. Now I call on Eboyi to pick his question on physics.
5.
5. A mercury in-glass thermometer reads 4 centimeters at ice point and 29 centimeters at steam point. Calculate the temperature when the mercury level is at 9 centimeters. Options: A, 38 degrees Celsius, B, 33 degrees Celsius, C, 20 degrees Celsius, D, 13 degrees Celsius.
C.
You are correct. Not yet Uhuru. We move to Abia. Abia, your question on physics.
Number 3.
Question number 3. An aluminum cable of diameter 4 times 10 raised to the power minus 3 meters and resistivity 3.0 times 10 raised to the power minus 8 ohms meter has a resistance of 21 ohms. Calculate the length of the cable, taking pi to be 3.14. Options: A, 8.0 times 10 raised to the power 2 meters, B, 8.8 times 10 raised to the power 3 meters, C, 8.0 times 10 raised to the power 4 meters, D, 8.8 times 10 raised to the power 5 meters. D is wrong. Sorry about that. The correct option is B. Now, we have come to the end of the quiz. The winners have emerged. Thank you all. It is my singular honor and privilege to announce the results of the 2019 edition of the NNPC National Science Quiz Competition as follows. The second runners-up will be Abia State with a maximum of 70 points. Abia, third position. First runners-up is Ebonyi State with 70 plus. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I am presenting and announcing to you the overall winner of the 2019 edition of the NNPC National Science Quiz Competition. And the state is Ogun State with 75 points.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Ogun State.
Thank you.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner this afternoon, and it's Ogun State. Let's put our hands together for Ogun State. There are all winners here in this hall this afternoon. Everybody, all the contestants are all winners. Let's put our hands together for the 18 contestants.
I know I can count on me, so stand up.
This is for the winners. This is for Ogun.
Stand up, stand up, stand up. For the champions, for the champions. Stand up, for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up. For the champions, for the champions. Stand up. Here we go, it's getting close. Now it's just who wants it most. It's just life, that's how it is. 'Cause we have our strengths and weaknesses. Oh, I have vision Can't you see I'm on the move? Make way for me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, permit me to invite to the stage to present the trophy to Abia State, who came third in this quiz competition. Abia State, let's welcome Nwachukwu Ugochukwu first to the podium. Let's put our hands for Abia State. Let's put our hands together for Abia State. Let's invite the Honorable Minister of State for Petroleum Resources to present this trophy to Abia State. Let's welcome our minister warmly. If you give a bigger round of applause, our minister will be here on time. Thank you very much, sir. Can you lift your trophy? Can you lift your trophy to the camera? Thank you very much. Abia State, congratulations. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, may I invite Mbazu Chinonso Justice from Ebonyi State, who came second in this NNPC science quiz competition. He came second, he did very well. Let's put our hands together for him and welcome him warmly. Ebonyi State. To present this award, let me invite the Group Managing Director of the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, Malam Mele Kolokiari. Thank you, JMD, sir. Thank you, Ebonyi State. You did very well. Congratulations, congratulations. It's my singular honor and privilege at this time to invite Master Ojo Oluwatobi Samuel from Ogun State. Let's give it up for Ogun State.
Believe
our winner.
I know I can count on me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions, champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions.
Congratulations. To present this award, and it's a real rare privilege, permit me to invite our special guest of honor at this occasion, Alhaji Aliko Dangote. Let us also invite the Honorable Minister of State for Petroleum Resources and the Group Managing Director of the NNPC to join him. Let's invite the GMD NNPC and the Honorable Minister of State for Petroleum Resources. And after this, let the second and the third position come and join for the picture. Wow. Wow. Ogun State has done all of us proud here this afternoon. Can we get the third and second position to come? Could you please join with your trophies? You're all winners. Can the executive governors in the house this afternoon please join? Your Excellencies, please. And the representative of the executive governors. All our distinguished senators and honorable members. This is a picture I would like to join, so I keep it in my parlor. It's a lifetime opportunity to be with this caliber of Nigerians. Is the representative of the Minister of Education here? Please join, please join. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Paparazzi, can you give them way to go to their seats? Thank you very much. We will, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we will now hear from the overall winner. We will now hear from the overall winner of the 2019 NNPC National Quiz Competition. Let's give him 1 minute. We will hear from the overall winner.
Good day, everyone. I want to thank everyone for the privilege given to me, and I also want to thank NNPC for their coordination, for their perfection, for impacting lives in positive ways. And I also want to thank the General Managing Director of NNPC, the Group Managing Director of NNPC, for his love for organizing these competitions for secondary school students. My colleagues, it has helped us in so many ways. Since the time I heard about these competitions, I've been reading so very well in order to pass exams. So with the help of this NNPC competition, I've seen that I can pass other exams with my colleagues. Thank you.
Congratulations, a winner from Edo State. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Ogun State, sorry. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we will just permit me at this juncture to invite to the microphone one who has worked tirelessly for this program to be a success. He is also the chairman 2019 organizing committee of this NNPC quiz. Permit me to invite the acting group general manager of the Group Public Affairs Division, Mr. Samson Makoji, for a vote of thanks. Let's listen to our acting group general manager, Group Public Affairs Division.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. What a very exciting day. What a day. Wow, what a day. So let me quickly move my vote of thanks for today. And it goes this way. Our very special guest of honor, Alhaji Aliko Dangote, GCON, President, Dangote Group. Your Excellencies, our governors that are here with us today, distinguished senators and honorable members of the Red and Green Chambers of the National Assembly here present, our Honorable Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Chief Timi Silva, my Group Managing Director, Malam Bele Kolo Kiari, key stakeholders of the oil and gas industry. Please permit me to ride on the already well-established protocol for want of time. I'm sure today has been a very rewarding day, and I must first and foremost give thanks to the Almighty God for successfully seeing us through up to the grand finale of the 2019 NNPC National Science Quiz Competition without any unpleasant incident whatsoever. Let me also profoundly thank our special guest of honor today, Alhaji Aliko Dangote, GCON, President Dangote Group, an illustrious son of Africa, and a global phenomenon for gracing today's big event. I also want to thank all your excellencies for finding time to join us today in spite of your very tight schedules. Let me also quickly thank all our federal lawmakers who have sat here with us, also despite all their very tight schedules. Let me very specially thank our Honorable Minister for gracing today's event. I also profoundly thank our Group Managing Director and indeed the management of the NNPC for providing us all the support and steer which has ensured the success of today's event. Let me also profoundly thank all key stakeholders and service providers who also helped us to make this day a huge success. I want to thank the quiz master and his team for doing a very good job. I also want to thank the contestants themselves for doing justice and making us proud here today. I want to thank everybody that has come. I want to thank my colleagues from the media, and I want to thank all our colleagues and viewers that have stayed tuned onto this program up to this point. I'm saying this because today's program has been streamed live by the largest television network in Africa, the NTA. On behalf of the GMD of the NNPC, ladies and gentlemen, let me once again thank you all for coming and gracing today's occasion. Thank you so much, and may the Lord God grant you safe travels back to your respective destinations. Thank you, and stay good wherever. Thank you, and thank you.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of this quiz 2019, but don't forget to keep it a date with us for the 2020 edition. May we have the national anthem, please? National anthem, please.
And that's how it's been today on NNPC National Science Quiz Competition 2019. And our overall winner for this year from Ogun State, Ojo Oluwatobi Samuel, is also flanked by other winners, and we hope next year, God willing, if we're alive, there'll be more winners that will be produced to impact Nigeria positively. And this is our live broadcast on NTA. On behalf of all my colleagues behind the screen who contributed to the success of this program, we say a big thank you to all of you for sharing your time with us.
We still have gift presentation to make to the contestants, because we said from here everybody is a winner.